So far in this chapter, we've worked with text. I mean, it's not really rocket science. We do have a lot of features in Adobe Photoshop that used to be kind of relegated to programs like, Microsoft Word, or even InDesign. So there's a lot of cool things going on. I really do like those styles that we can save for characters and paragraphs. But let's do something that you really would have a difficult time doing in something like Microsoft Word. Come over into your Type tool, and you have 4 Type tools. Go into Horizontal Type Masking Tool. I am in the document in your exercise files called wire.psd. I'm going to come over here with this tool. That's a masking tool. I'm going to click right about here and type in the word wire. And I'll use all capital letters. So I've got this nice big word wire. That's all I want. I'm going to go ahead and click this button here to pick up my marquee tool, which means I can move it. I'll use my arrow keys. It's a selection. That's all it is. Leave it alone because selections can be lost very easily. Create a new layer. Unlike when we use the Type tool, this one does not create its own layer. It's just a selection. Now I want the text a little bit wider or bigger than this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the word select on the pull-down menu, and I'm going to go down to Modify and select Expand. And 8, that sounds like a good number. And I'm going to click OK, and now it's bigger. Now we have a brand new layer. We've got the selection in it. Doesn't matter what the color is over here. Come up to the word Edit on the pull-down menu and go down to Stroke. A stroke will follow a selection. 4 pixels is fine to center. 2 on the inside, 2 on the outside. Click OK. We can deselect it now, so we have a word that's actually spelled out, and I want it to look a little bit more like maybe a piece of wire. So what we're going to do, we're going to get into our FX down here, and let's start with a bevel and emboss. Let's just start with that. And you can see it's kind of hard to see with the black, but there's a little bit of a bevel there. This is pretty easy, actually. Go into Color Overlay right here. Let's give that a nice bright cherry color. What do you say? Something like that. And to finish the effect off, we can go into maybe put a drop shadow on it, make it look like it's lifting off the surface, give it a little bit more distance, and maybe just a little nudge for size, which is kind of like the blur. And you click OK, and there you go. So we've taken a selection based on a font, modified it a little bit, and created this almost like wire word. Let me do one more thing here. I like this style, and I spent a lot of time working on this style, and I want to keep this style. So what I'm going to do is go into the Styles panel right here. Let me bring that out. Without doing anything else, I'm going to click this button for a new style based on the layer that I'm in. Let's call it Wireframe. We do want to include the layer effects, not the blending modes. Click OK, and there it is. So I can come over here now. Let's get rid of this. But this time, let's do this. Create a new layer and pick up, see this little tool down here? It looks like a squashed bug. It's underneath the tool for the line tool. You typically see that first. It's called the Custom Shapes. Select that one and come up here, and we have all these different shapes that we can choose from. Let's go ahead and select this one right here, and I'm going to come out of here. Let's draw this in our blank layer. Doesn't matter what the color is. Now remember, our effect works on a stroke, not an entire document. You could use it, but it would be different. I need to make a selection out of this, just like the Type tool made a selection out of Type. So I'm going to hold the Control key down and click right here. There's my selection. I'm going to create a new layer. In that new layer, let's turn off this one. There it is. And go up to the word Edit and tell the computer you want to stroke it with about 4 to center. And then just click the button. Instant gratification with the Styles panel. On to the next.